Okay, so I'm pretty tired because I've had to do this video a few times because I really want to be nice about it, but I also really want to be beneficial with people and give my opinion in an authentic way that is understanding. And for anybody that knows me, this is a very touchy subject for me, and this is something that I've been working on for like most of my life. So if you have a specific fear or a specific hatred against or a vengefulness against a specific gender, it's obviously for a specific reason. Even the fact that I'm saying this is like really uncomfortable for me because I don't really like to admit it. But this is a video would be really beneficial for people that really struggle with the fear of people in general or a specific gender. So obviously if you have a fear of a specific gender, and I like to use that word only because I feel like the concept of fear kind of molds into hatred or into disgust or into maybe manipulation. It all has to do with fear. So I will probably title my video Fear of a Specific Gender. So when you have a traumatic experience with a specific gender or a person, you are going to put on these glasses, or you're going to put on this like filter that only makes you view people that remind you of this person, or a specific like maybe you have a fear of men, or maybe you have a fear of women. So you're always going to put on these glasses when you are looking at this specific gender. So this is a very a self-preservation tactic. It's there to protect the self. So that you won't have another traumatic event happen, or you won't have another hurt happen again. And I wish that I could make this process easier for people, but sometimes it is a grueling process, especially if it is a physical trauma. And what you will find if you don't allow yourself to work on these issues, you will have to mold your life around these people. And there are like millions of people on this planet, so you will spend your whole life running, and you won't get to experience freedom and liberation, and you won't get to experience love or trust or anything like that, because you will be putting all your energy into only viewing people the same way. And I haven't really seen a lot of YouTube videos, books, or any blogs on the matter, so this is my authentic opinion, and I would love to hear you guys' opinion. And like I said, I'm trying to do this video as a very understanding way. And so I like to ask myself a question when I'm feeling triggered or when I'm feeling fearful of a specific person. I like to ask myself one question. I like to identify why I'm feeling triggered, and it usually goes back to a negative event in my past that is coming up again that needs to continually be processed. And I like to ask myself, what if everyone was like this specific person? Or what if everyone on the planet was like this person? What would I do then? And I mean, you would have to do something. Maybe you would move to another state. Maybe you would move to another country, or you would learn to be more independent, or you would learn to maybe pick up on unsafe people. Like, it brings you back into a positivity about yourself. Like, what would you do? It's kind of like a self-soothing, like, okay, this is my chance to better my life, to better myself. And you're gonna feel uncomfortable. It's especially if you're somebody that has really put off this process for a really long time. And I'm the type of person that really has compassion for other people, and I'm sure some of my other viewers can really relate to that too. Even if somebody treats me poorly or negatively, I always like to think to myself, what happened in this person's life that made them, angry or manipulative, and that's why I really like to encourage people to go on this journey of working on your pain and working on your suffering, because you're not going to project it onto other people anymore. You're not going to have to mold yourself. It's such a lot of work for anybody that knows any like PTSD symptoms, or you're constantly in fear all the time, or you have that like negative like ruling like pit of your stomach, like it's a lot of work and it's not freeing at all. So that's why I also did a video earlier. It's called Use Your Free Will, and I find it very healing when dealing with people that are very triggering, or you're really triggered, you're fearful of a specific gender, to use your innate choice making. A lot of people live through determinism, which basically they don't want a negative event to happen, so they live their whole life around not having a negative event happen, rather than using their choice. So their perspective and their life is very limited. I also have a modern day empath blog if you guys are interested, and I did a blog post called Safe People and Self-Trust, and I also have a video called 5 Rules I Use for Myself when meeting new people, which I find really beneficial. But I also like to point out that not everyone is good and not everyone is bad. Everyone has traits of both. It's just a matter of using the choice of what you're going to act upon. Everybody has this like dark side, and everyone has this light side. So it depends on how in tune you are to both, and working on asking yourself why you do things the way that you do. Why do you feel you are attracted to a certain person? Or why do you feel like you are attracting the same people all the time? And it really will. I did do a video on this. If you guys are interested, it might be helpful. It's called The Root of All Violence. And basically when people attract the same negative people or unhealthy people, it's for a reason, and it's to make themselves feel better. Your mind and your body are always trying to help you and to help you grow and to be a more happy and abundant person, but it only knows how to do that at the state that you're able to take it. So I didn't want to make this video too long, but if you guys have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer your questions. But I hope you guys have a lovely day and a lovely Saturday. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.